Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Vibhavari, and I currently serve as the president of the Student Council at NMIMS Navi Mumbai, and I will be your moderator for today's session. Before we start the session, I would like to inform you to please complete your NMIMS application process before your NMAT by GMAC exam date to be a part of the NMIMS body. Exams have already begun today, so that's a reminder. Coming to the session, well, the essence or objective of this very session is to provide a platform where all your queries are addressed and all your apprehensions are put to rest. I'd like to give you an idea of how this session shall unfurl as the time passes. We'll begin by introducing our speaker for the evening, Dr. P.N. Mukherjee, the director of NMIMS Navi Mumbai campus. I'd also bring to light a few of the most common questions that MBA aspirants have while choosing their campus or college, following which the floor shall be open for all of you to ask your questions. Please remember that this session was designed for you. Therefore, I request all of you to make the most of this opportunity. Coming to our speaker, it is indeed a pleasure to introduce the head of the SVKM's NMIMS Navi Mumbai campus, the captain of this ship, our director, Dr. P.N. Mukherjee, who believes that quality is not an act, it is a habit. Dr. Mukherjee is BE, MMS, PhD in management, FIE, and a chartered engineer. His book on total quality management is an international bestseller, and he has published more than 50 research articles and 23 case studies. With over 18 years of corporate experience in leading industrial groups like the Baker Group of Companies and Ajay Piramal Group as the general manager and CEO, along with an academic career that spans over 20 years as professor, HOD, chairperson, and director with prestigious institutes like SIMSR, VSIMSR, and the NMIMS University, Dr. Mukherjee stands as the best person to guide us today. We are extremely grateful and delighted to have you here, sir. Welcome to the session. Let's step further into the session by taking up a few frequently asked questions. The very first question, sir, what are the unique features of the pedagogy followed at NMIMS Navi Mumbai? And also please throw some light on the diversified experience that the faculty here at NMIMS Navi Mumbai has.
As you know, NMIMS University is a high-tech university. We have got a very advanced right from our academic process where we adopt a very high, we have the technology adoption in field of academics, the best in the country, and in academic excellence, academic administration, we have opted for the most advanced version of ERP, that is SAP version. Everything works on that, right from attendance to everything. And you should boast about a Blackboard portal and all that. We have left behind Blackboard about almost 8 or 9 years ago. We are now on a specially customized student portal that are much advanced. And most of the technology that we have adopted is customized for the leading organizations. And here, all your case studies, your learnings, learning experiences, your assignments, everything is loaded on the student portal. So the student knows in advance what is going to be taught in the class, what are the case studies they have to handle. They can prepare, they can put their assignments and things like that. Then our examination system is so impartial. Our admission is totally on merit basis, as you all know. There is total transparent process, and based on your performance only, you are going to go and get your admission here, and you have open choice. You know there's the School of Business Management. There is a main campus, multiple campuses today. So we have, in short, we have had one of the leading software companies in the world, TCS, and who has designed the exam system and customized for us. While in the question, faculties put their question from main campus, other campuses to the question back, and the software, depending on the approver and moderator of the question, decides on the difficulty level so that the syllabus is properly covered. Everybody puts in question bank, and just 10 minutes before the examination starts, the software picks up the question and is sent to a high-tech, high security room, wherein the question paper is directly through digital mode gets transmitted, and it is connected to a high-speed printer. The speed is about 120 copies per minute, and then there is a CCTV surveillance, etc. It's printed so that It's totally impartial, and students has to really perform on their merit. Next is, the coming back to the our library. Probably any research journal you think of in the world, any knowledge you are looking for, whether e-journal or Bloomberg Terminal or any research, all leading search engines, we spend a few crores towards the library, where like if you just go post anything you think of in any field, you get access to that online library. So please remember, this is what you have access to, the best knowledge bank in the world. Then comes to the now having the base of NMI's brand name. Our perception, we are rated ranked among the top management institutes, consistently among the top five or fifth or sixth rank in the country in the field of management education. NAC has rated NMIS University all this thing as A plus grade. That is the highest type of a acknowledgement we have got. So everywhere this university believes in excellence. We are much ahead of the in the education field, always ready to adapt new technology, new field of excellence. So that's what you will find it's an altogether defined experience joining NMIS University of coming back to Navi Mumbai campus. See, we have the legacy of inheriting and having the same level of standard of excellence as NMIS, brand name of NM with the corporates. We are highly sought after companies. Most of the organization rated us as A plus grade of our institutes. So our students get a senior position after management training. They get a relatively higher salary compared to much higher salary compared to the other institutes. So that perception we are maintaining. So coming back to the pedagogy is that obviously this all these facilities makes our pedagogy state of art. So the every session is designed in a manner and standardized so that the course starts with the learning objective of the subject, learning objective of the session. And the faculty before every start of every session declare the learning objective of the session. All case studies are not just any; it's a highly case study oriented education, and most of the case studies are from the world-based portals like Harvard and all that. Therefore, student gets access to the latest technology. Then the classroom session, like you see online sessions, everybody has opted to Zoom. This meeting is on Zoom because of all of you. But we have hired Microsoft, the leading organization I can in the world in technology field. He has customized the entire our MS team, not the standard MS team, the customized to NMIS. So that online teaching itself, we are so agile and adaptive that we have been able to adapt to that, and we are offering a lot of features addition like breakout room, case study discussion, dividing students into groups so that they can discuss among themselves. So anything the experience of learning in NMIS Navi campus itself is or NMIS University itself is a big experience, and it is the advantage of the pedagogy and the environment in NMIS campus of high tech. Because today, what is the world is moving to digital world. In this kind of environment, student automatically becomes tech savvy, and we spend a lot of money in getting the various softwares, like the various kind of softwares which we include into the pedagogy, the simulations. So I think we are always like the NMS anthem says, we are always transcending the horizon, and most important, we are so student friendly that whatever suggestions students come out with the NMS university, it has been absorbed. A board of studies meeting involving top industry people are invited, and not only that, we have continuously captured the voice of customer in terms of interacting with our recruiters. I personally ensure to meet all the recruiters that come to the campus, get the feedback before the placement process, after the placement process, get their feedback of the students. Before we send the students out for improvement, we invite industry leaders to do a mock interview, mock GD, PI, so that if any lacuna is there, the students will covered up. So when the student goes out of this our campus, he is absolutely perfectly nurtured towards our main thing, two USP of Mumbai campus, which you do over and above the NMI's general philosophy, is that we are imparting to students a holistic development and management skills. So we are probably the Firstly, so I have been involved into the designing the NBA standards for Government of India, Mumbai, quite well-known academicians and large corporates of these things. So plus my faculties are all faculties in School of Business Management and PhDs. And they are, and our research publication in international journals like ABDC, AA plus is one of the best, even, probably one of the best in the university. So therefore, the faculties are really classed by themselves and they are continuously doing researching. And we have by holistic mathematics, we have implemented a Guru Shishya Parampara in the institute. Students are already mentored very closely. My positioning with the students is a fatherly figure. So students feel very free and comfortable to come with any problem with the faculties with us. And they don't feel, most of the students are from all over India. They don't feel they're isolated. They don't feel they're lonely. We are always there. Even I myself, I never make a student wait outside my cabin for more than 2 minutes. The students' ideas are captured, nurtured, because you young generations can think much dynamic, much innovative. And your thinking is excellent. So that is captured the students, the recruiters' voice, and therefore the pedagogy keeps on interviewing on a keep on innovating and improving on a continuous basis. So coming back to the two USP in pedagogy, one thing is that we are the first institute probably in India to include yoga as a compulsory non-credit subject. It's like a full subject of 30 hours because we feel yoga, like the world is acknowledged, but we think that is the best way to do self-management because one has to be physically fit, mentally agile, manage the stress in current contemporary high business, agile environment. How we have adapted to COVID, you all have adapted to COVID. This is what you call a disruption in your activity, frequent changes in business environment. Today, the entire world has moved to the digital world. For example, people who have not been adapted, agile and adaptive, they've been left out behind. Many organizations, for example, you all are concerned with e-retailing. Big Bazaar has been the leader. Even Amazon was struggling initially. Walmart against that. Today, but that was a in-house, that was the in-store type of selling they were mainly adapting. Today, what has happened? They could not be adaptive and agile to this kind of environment. So what has happened? Today it is put on the block. They're negotiating with Reliance and this thing for a big sale. But look at Demand, which is run by one of the NMIS alumni, the CEO. Where it has gone. It was also a like Big Bazaar in-store, selling outlet in detail. But today, how quickly they've adapted to the e-portal, e-commerce. And today they have, on the other hand, their sale has jumped 4 to 5 times. And they are doing extra, they have made bumper profit, bumper sales, and at what value their shares has escalated, the market capitalization and other things. So this is what is very necessary for all of you students, because this is not to answer your question, but look at my experience, man. I have to guide you all in making a decision of which is this thing. So we make students here not only they're physically strong, mentally agile, and innovative because a lot of activities we believe extracurricular, we don't want to produce only academic nerves. We want students to inculcate and nurture the right brain, which is, innovative, which will able to do some, business and technical analysis, decision making capability, problem solving. So therefore, please remember, in this case, because of the objective, what we do, a lot of extracurricular activity. It's a happening campus. Student organized avion, so much happening campus. There is a music room which is not there in many hardly any instruments. Students are teaching music to each other. There is a lot of sports events, extracurricular activities. As students, everybody is assured freedom. The students mainly control the campus. And my campus, for example, is not like you find other campuses in Navi Mumbai. You don't find students smoking outside the campus, loitering, and they take them to drugs. Here, our students believe this is a learning center, is a mandir, Vidya Mandir. So they ensure the sanctity and the sublimity of the campus and creates really a learning environment. And I thanks to my students community, my student councils were very powerful and play a lead role in that because we cannot go beyond that. So this is as far as the pedagogy and environment. And definitely everybody talks about business analytics. I think business is just a tool. We are focused on creating what the industry looks for, inculcating the digital knowledge like cloud, big data, everybody has to work, artificial intelligence. But basically, all these things and then analytical skill, business analytics, and we go beyond that to prepare students for for the industry where they develop, because most of the industry look how good students are in their presentation skill, soft skill, we have a lot of focus, We have one of the best language lab, multiple, at least two foreign language students a chance to learn. And therefore, their problem solving ability and decision making capacity and strategical able to take strategic decisions and convert it into action plan. This is what we do so that corporates feel very happy when they take the students from that. The taste of the this thing is pudding, is pudding is eating. So therefore, please remember, with our first batch, two students as a organization like Salesforce, a dream company, average salary is 15 lakhs. Our first batch, both the students, they recruit only from IIMs and NMIMS Navi Mumbai main campus and some leading campuses. They are our two students has been declared as the best performing management trainee and got an award. That can tell you what kind of a product that comes out of Navi Mumbai
Yes, sir. This has been a lovely insight into the life of the students and also the facilities offered at NM. And I would like to also thank you, sir, for the kind of smooth transition that you, sort of planned for us during such trying times. Even during the lockdown, when we had our exams, uh, I think the TCS backed system was in place, and you had thought of that way beforehand, so that we didn't have any issues while giving our exams online. So thank you, sir, for that. Nevertheless, we'll move on to the next question. Could you please tell us why one should opt for NMIMS Navi Mumbai as their preferred B school? And how is NMIMS Navi Mumbai preparing the students to live up to the expectations of the recruiters today?
Yeah, I think your question I've answered in my previous talk. I think, if anything is there, you can ask because I have already answered, covered that point. Why students should join the Mumbai campus? What they get in a brief and short. So I think we can, of course, you can continue if you have any questions. Or I think we should throw open for the
We'll
for
open the floor.
the
All right,
question
sir.
answer because students may have many queries, and if they have any further thing, I can add that.
Okay, sir. All right. So the first question that we'll take up is there's somebody who asks that he wants to pursue marketing, and he's asking as to which campus, which NM campus is more preferred for pursuing marketing.
Yeah, I see. I will give you an impression answer. Please remember, marketing. Our we are having a very good reputation in market in this field of marketing. You can join any of the NMIS campus. You'll get a good this thing. And please remember, I am from the Navi Mumbai campus. I'll obviously say the main campus and Navi Mumbai campus. So please, you have to make your own judgment. Our marketing syllabus, as I told you, any NMIS person passing out of marketing will definitely make a good mark in the industry and corporates. All are making good marks in the industries. But please remember the finer details, best way is to hear from the horse's mouth. If you have some friends in those campuses, listen from them, do your own assessment. But I think marketing, you can join any of the campuses, you will get a good thing. And also go through the website of the individual campuses, see what the recruiters coming. I feel, today, rather than asking for answers to somebody, you have to search your own answers. And I can only guide you how to find out the answers for you. So look at the people which coming. And all of you students, I advise you, please do your SWOT analysis. Your strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat, and find out what is your core competence, which field. You find your core competence marketing, but marketing is a big line. Whether you want to go into marketing analytics, you want to go for retail marketing, you want to join e-commerce firm, select the field, select the organization, because you cannot be one organization. You select a group of organization in that field, and then you prepare them accordingly. Study all the websites, see what is there, who are they recruiting from, and therefore you take up your decision that which organization, which campus you should join.
Yes, sir. I request everybody in the audience to post their queries on the chat and not raise their hand. We'll slowly take your queries one after the other. So the next query is, can you please tell us more about the NMIMS MBA in data science and Mtech in data science, the dual degree program?
See, the data science course is not in Navi Mumbai campus, but I can tell you, I know about, I'm a very senior faculty in this. So I've been there in NMIS cable for more than 15, 16 years. So I have got an idea of all our courses. So data science, today data science is a big demand. And MBA course in data science is, one thing I can assure you, any course you join in NMIS, NMIS School of Business Management, we always vie for excellence. All are rated as a top ranking institute in the country. You can yourself verify, you look at the ranking, you will know about it. So quality is assured. Now I think most precisely you might like to know that, wow, what is the career in data science? Yes, it has got a good demand. Supply is less, demand is more. Today, because of digital world, everybody has to depend on big data, everybody depends on cloud, everybody has to, data is abundant it's not like, only through market research. Data is abundant, available in abundance. Means you don't get confused, so much data is available. That's why we call it big data. You should know how to search for data from the abundant data. You have to find out who are your, first you have to start with who are your potential customers. What kind of a data you need to attract them. Since you create awareness about your products to them, what kind of data is required to, create your competitive advantage of your, develop your USP. So therefore, from the data, you have to do a data separation. From data separation, because on data science itself, I can give a full lecture. We don't have that much time. In brief, I'm telling you. So it's a full thing, the actually from data, after doing data separation, you zero out the data, then you have to do the business analytics, the data analysis, and from that will emerge your, what I'm telling you, you have to then look for first you have to demonstrate the problem statement or the objective of doing this kind of a thing, and then you zero on that and try to find out a alternative and choose the best alternative consuming minimum resources which you have and maximizing value addition to your customer. That's what is about data science, because everybody is moving in that world. Physical face-to-face things are getting reduced, particularly during the COVID time. And new normal, many things that is adapted during COVID is going to be there. Like Microsoft has already announced the next future culture in Microsoft will be working from home. So please remember, data science will help you to monitor and control all these things. So knowledge on that, definitely the supply will take time, because when you join an MBA, it will take 2 years to pass out, but market changes much faster. There is a shortage of data science specialists, so I think it's a good career.
Thank you, sir. The next
But,
doubt.
but I would like to add one thing. Please
Yes, sir.
remember, all management institutes are focusing on this area of digital world, business analytics, data science, data management. Everything is taught as part of the MBA course. So any MBA you join of a leading institutes, you just go through the subjects, you will find there is data analytics, there is data science, all these things are the digital marketing, e-commerce. Look at the subjects that have been taught in the institute and advice. You will be better able to know what is there. And but only thing is that if you do a course in data science, of course there's a good opportunity, but you become customized for only that area. It's a technical field.
The next question is something that even I had in mind when I was giving my interviews. How does having or not having a work experience, add or alter your experience at MBA? I mean, at NMIMS Navi Mumbai.
MBA always, we give a special mark. I think 15 marks is reserved for your work experience if you are having. And work experience has to be effective. Working there just for, getting that experience is not enough. We always evaluate, because I am in the various GDPI committee and all that. I do, when we interview somebody, we try to find out. We give a marks, not that if you have 3 years experience, you get 15 marks. How effectively have you worked there? What is the value addition? What extra acknowledgement you have got? You should be able to experience what you learned there. What is the learning there? So that is a big difference. If you really worked hard, coming with a work experience background, you will be able to learn the subjects much better. But we, take a lot of care to compensate, because most of the students are freshers. Nobody wants to waste 2 years after your graduation. Reason being that they lose, the habit of studying regularly gets, with your bit of a washed out. So you have to rebuild your tendency of reading and learning. Second thing is that people would not like to take a break, particularly brilliant students. So therefore, they come. But I think, you in life, there are many advantages, disadvantages. You cannot think that having a work experience is definitely advantageous. In abroad, many of the leading colleges, they take people only with work experience. There must be a reason for that. And average age of students doing MBS from Harvard is about 30, 35. But in India, question is that, you may do work experience, but If you look at your all NMAT, CAT, all the courses, lot of emphasis, weightage is given to the written, how we fare in the NMAT written examination. GDPI is relatively a lesser mark. Is it clear? So therefore, you may score in work experience, but it's very difficult to score. It's something you can score. Your reading habit, you're able to do that, appearing for these things because you normally do attend coaching classes, learn all those things and all those things for appearing in NMAT and things gets a bit diminished if you give a long time gap. So all these things I am just analyzing. I am not giving any decision. You have to take a decision, I'm sure then. But one thing I can tell you that what we try to give during Navi Mumbai campus because of COVID is a bit hampered, but thing is that you should be able to focus seriously and sincerely. For intelligent students, you need not to spend in the same place for 2 or 3 years. Your learning stops after some time. But what happens if you are doing even internship diligently for 1.5 months, doing live projects with multiple industries? Your knowledge increases substantially, and you get a lot of advantage into this what a work experience students get, and we are very working very hard. Even during COVID, I'm telling you, we had a webinar and guest lectures of 44. And in NMIS Navi Mumbai campus, we invite a lot of industry stalwarts who in work experience, you're all the time hearing to your boss, who may be because after graduation, who may be a junior manager or senior manager. He has limited knowledge. But here in MBA college, you meet lot of industry leaders, CEO level people, need to meet lot of industry experts. They come to your campus, they talk to you. You can ask questions like these. They share their views. So your learning becomes much faster. And it will add your depth of knowledge. So I think if a student is uh, agile, I told you the name of the game, he can definitely gear herself or himself to compensate and be as good as people with work experience. And we are putting a lot of effort, as I told you, because unless you interact with industry people, unless you live project, unless you're good in internship, your internship is mentored by the faculties, you will not develop that problem solving ability or decision making ability. And it's not a lip lip service. It has to be really inculcated into you. And we all have, including all the faculties, has to work hard for it.
Another doubt that generally is in the minds of the students is that NMIMS Navi Mumbai is a relatively new campus as compared to, let's say, Bangalore or Mumbai. So why or how would that be an addition? I mean, it's a risk. And the recent batch that came in also had the same doubts. So I think this is
Yeah.
a platform.
See, Navi Mumbai campus, I am the founder director. I have been in NMIS SBM for almost 15 to 16 years. So for me, it is easy to start the campus. Not I have not started a new campus. Sorry, it's an extension. It's an improvement, maybe over the main campus. Because whatever I learned there, I being one of the senior most person there in the SBM stable, I had the vision along with my another colleague who is heading the School of Business Management, Dr. Manjari Srivastava. She has been almost for 12 or 13 years, and she was the one who created Center of Excellence. Like, our MBA HR is number 1 in the country. And like this kind of a thing, she created the PhD center. So it comes with the person. It's not the building, it's a structure. Even if you have a state-of-art structure, we have excellent building, excellent facilities, excellent things, classrooms, everything fully air conditioned, temperature classes. I'm not talking about that. Excellent computer labs. But thing is that man behind the machine creates the difference. The people and experience and knowledge behind this thing. The country of India has entrusted me in designing the Apex manual of the National Board of Accreditation. So therefore, NMIS had that advantage. That's why at very young time, within 1.5 years of this campus, we won the award in World Education Congress at Singapore as the Asia's best emergent management institute. So this doesn't happen by chance. This happens because of solid working. And that's why we could do many innovative things in the new campus. Like I told you, holistic development, like this a lot of simulation softwares we could buy, and we can think something, something fresh thinking we could inculcate and not follow the same this thing. So therefore, we have been able to establish our name pretty shortly. Already, you visit our website, see the organization who are coming to our campus. They are you are all dream companies. And please remember, some of the leading organizations, it's a fact I can share with you. Like one of the visual recruiters, ICICI Bank, they are rating the management institutes in three categories: C, B, and A. And depending on that, they give the salary. C grade institute, they give about around 4 to 5 lakhs. B grade institute, 6.5 to 6 lakhs. But A grade institutes, they give an opportunity of around 10 lakh plus. And therefore, and those students goes for basically in a position of the C grade institute go as executives in the field, the beginnings go to as a manager, and our students go as a senior manager. It's not they know their business very well because the leading bank in India, and they have investigated and they have assessed us and rated us among the A plus category of the institutes in the same league as IMs and not IMs, all are not rated at par with us. ABCL as well as like the main campus and among the selected few.
Another question from the students is from the audience is does NMIMS offer any kind of scholarship?
See, there is a provision, but it is mainly given to the students who are really needy and things like that justify. Because the fees, you should be able to afford, but suddenly you have joined the institute, paid the fees, something happens in your family, some these things where you cannot afford the fees and things like that. In that case, if you put up a application representation, is subject to the approval by the top authorities of the university, and it can be looked into.
And what are the different kinds of schools or different schools that come under NMIMS Navi Mumbai?
Yeah, this is a very important point which you are mentioning. The advantage we have, rather than even if our please remember our main legacy of almost most of the leading institutes have a legacy of 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, and we have been able to catapult to this level. You see how fast we are being recognized for our performance and talent. So now, similarly here, campuses gives you one advantage, very much prevalent in NMIs. For example, we have got our BBA is rated as one of the best in the country, along with the Anil Surindam Mehta School of Commerce. If you look at the students' perception, it is as popular as the main campus. Means in Vile in School of Commerce, where we are running three courses: BBA, BSc Finance, and and BCom honors. Then we have a School of Science. It is on your same thing. Somebody was asking question: data science and statistics and data science and business analytics. Then we have got School of Economics that started recently. We have got the School of Law, 5 years integrated BBA, BLLB and BBLLB. And we have got a School of Technology Management, BTech and MBA Tech, like MPST, Mukesh Patel School of Technology Management, 5 years integrated BA Engineering plus BE plus Management. Now, we have also got School of Hospitality Management. And please remember, this cross-cultural environment has two advantages. For example, the best faculty in laws or the best faculty in, area like, economics of this, they are specializing in that area. Even if we are one of the stalwarts in economics is very reputed, but still, see, we have the campus, there's nothing that faculty teaches only to a school. There, the best talent is pulled together, and they go and add value in terms of taking special lecture. And also, I forgot to mention in pedagogy, very important. Every faculty is supposed to invite 10 to 20% of his lectures. That means out of 20 sessions of 1.5 hours each, or for this 45 sessions of undergraduate 1 hour each. They can 20 or 10 or 20%. You can make 2 to 4 lectures. They can invite some industry experts. They invite some industry experts or some very specialist academician who add the special value of how the theory is put into practical implementation and things like that. And in second year, specialization is there. We many times try to get a extremely industry experts, from India abroad also, who comes and teaches a subject. That's why students come to know about the latest contemporary thing, because curriculum gets revised slowly. So we add a lot of value-added workshops to the students depending on the contemporary knowledge. So this campus, even our School of Hospitality Management, have that Everybody is, they should do self-management, they should know how to, this thing. Then students participate to learn baking, how to make cake and other things. They do. In law, which is very much important in industry, like law of contract for marketing students is very important to know. Then similarly, those who are in HR, the labor law, industrial laws. So you can do that kind of a course into the other school and it will be considered part of your. So please, this kind of a thing also is feasible, possible. Either if it's not possible to give a credit, at least you will be able to attend and acquire that knowledge. That is permitted.
Thank you, sir. The next question is how different is NM Navi Mumbai from the main campus in terms
See,
of.
as I told you, many things are standardized for sequential NMI excellence because everybody carries NMI School of Business Management emblem. So therefore, as I told you, admission is common. You people have been done this to the common platform. We have already tied up with one of the best process of admission. We have already tied up with GMAT, which worldwide known as the best and impartial and transparent admitting body. NMAT is basically conducted by them. Then examination is also centralized, controlled at the same level. Then course curriculum pedagogy is more or less, but we have some flexibility as I told you. We can add, we have to maintain bare minimum, but we can add that extra value addition depending on the campus USP. We can add lot of value added, we do lot of value added workshops in like, various contemporary areas. Navi Mumbai, we focus a lot upon holistic development of management skills, which is not, I think, main campus, you won't find a music room. You may not find a very good sports room. We have that luxury. You will find that, and we will not find so many events because there is a space constraint. It's in Mumbai. Whereas here, we do a lot of things, and that is the USP of this campus. And students, we every students we assure a freedom, total freedom. But with the rider, the freedom should not step into others' freedom. And our students ensures that the freedom is not misused. It's a zero ragging institute. And therefore, the Mumbai campus, one thing is that students, the happiness index of this campus is very high. I ask every student, are you happy? And you know that there is assessment is there and you can come anytime the Mumbai campus visit and pick up any random students you tell, are you happy in this campus? See what the answer is there. So therefore, these are the things which are, what you call, subtle things which, at this age, you people need to repeat again from management angle. There are two division of brain, left brain and right brain. Left brain can get you admission because your NMAT, everything is testing your memory power, practicing skill. You are product of most of your product of a coaching school. So, they teach you how to answer these, objective type of questions. But in management, industry doesn't look for that. They tell everything is available in the computer, in the portal. Today, any knowledge you want to know, go to Google. Just search anything you would like to know in 2 minutes. What is this thing? Wikipedia. And our research portals, all knowledge is there. Industries, everything is available. So what is needed there is, how much have you nurtured and developed your right brain? That is innovation. That is problem solving ability, the decision making ability. So NMIS, our focus is, not only as I repeat again, but to produce the, Navi Mumbai campus, we are focusing on that mainly. The students that's why our main motto is holistic development of management skills, physical, mental, and ability, and inculcating and developing the ability in students to develop the right so that they can be better and problem solving ability and decision making and problem solving decision making ability and able to work at because most of our students go to a senior manager level, so they should know how to take strategy and tactical decisions and prepare action plan for implementation and monitor that.
Very well said, sir. And referring to the different amount of value added courses and webinars that you had spoken about, and the kind of work that an MBA student generally undergoes, don't you think there is a loss in the actual social life of a student? I mean, that is one huge concern for students.
Yeah, because see, we don't we 80% attendance is mandatory for students. That is for your regular curriculum courses. We provide opportunity. I don't think, as I told you, we live in freedom. We don't force students to attend webinars. We don't, because a marketing webinar may not be applicable to finance student. Why he or she should attend? We never force students, and we are not it's not like that, here, as you see, look at me as a director who inculcates. I'm easily approachable. I listen to them, I modify them, transform them. Not, we join this campus, you will feel it's not a standard faculties or directors, who will tell, come on, listen to me, obey me, follow what I'm saying. So this is things is not there. It's very, it's a, so therefore, I always advise students, one thing I would like to tell all of you youngsters, don't be the fourth monkey. What I see in my own children, I see, most of you do what? Most of the time, you are on social media. Gandhiji had talked about three monkey. Bura mat suno, bura mat bolo, bura mat dekho. The fourth monkey is, na bura na kuch dekhta hai, na sunta hai, na bolte hai. खाली दिन भर मोबाइल में रहता है एंड उसका रेडिएशन उसको हेल्थ इंपैक्ट करता है, मेंटल स्ट्रेस क्रिएट करता है, he doesn't have good sleep, forget about that. And what is value addition? You be honest with yourself. How much are you doing? We used to have friends, we used to go out for friends, we used to go out for picnics. But what is this here? Everything on your mobile. So life किधर है? By the end of the day, you feel totally run out. So please remember, you have to define what social life you enjoy, what adds value to you. And please remember, even among my faculties, as a director, I tell you, I personally never ring up any student or any faculty after the defined college hours. Because I always teach all my students and faculty, everybody, that your family life is more important than your corporate life or student life. So please give good importance to give it first priority. Because unless you have a good family, because in a good or time, bad times, only family stands by you. So I think, anytime anything is creating a difficulty and interference in social life, I have got a very strong, as it was student council and all that. I get the feedback. I ensure that that is maintained.
Absolutely, sir. Another very, very important question, sir, is regarding the assurity of placement, especially during this pandemic situation. Everybody has that lingering question. So should that be a criteria?
See, I believe, I'm personally believe in no theory. I believe in, you can only put efforts. The results can only be given by God. And no institute, we are not a placement agency. We will prepare our students so that they can excel in corporates their best. And so far, the track record has been good. Even during COVID time, last year, look at this second batch which is passing out. This almost now initially it ended with, 85% placement. And then, but we have not left the efforts. Till date, we have been able to place the balanced students. Hardly one or two or three are remaining. That also, they are still today, as on today also, they are appearing in interviews. So effort is continuous there. And even in COVID, let me be very clear, I'd like to ask students to find out how many students maintained that average placement salary during COVID time, when many organizations, many of my recruiters have cancelled it. These students are the people whose recruitment by the company has been cancelled because of COVID situation. So in this kind of a situation, please tell me, how many institutes has achieved that average salary of around 10 lakhs? It's a big question, Let us talk about, we have also got last year, the highest salary as 21 lakhs. People talks about highest salary. You look at the average salary and anybody can verify, anybody can verify, because we are 100% honest in giving, and we are very transparent in sharing the data. Our brochures, our prospectus, our website gives a clear picture about how the students are placed. Because I know students' career decision depends a lot on multiple factors. One of the important factors is, how good is the placement.
Another question that one of the people from the audience had was regarding specialization. How do I choose my specialization?
Yeah, very important questions. MBA first year, I will tell you now, as I told you already, you try to decide what is your passion, which line you want to go. And please remember, today, one thing is there, like earlier days, people used to feel, just think innovatively. A student, if he has a passion in a line, any line he can excel. A student can excel in any line, provided he has a passion in that. Because today, every line, there are people who are becoming, super successful. Not only people only in market. So think of, today's era for super specialist. Only marketing means what? Which area of marketing you want to go? Finance is what? Portfolio management. You want to become a corporate finance person. Like where you have to just do you have to go for financial management, the liquidity and ROI. Corporate finance person only a standard CA looks into only where the money has come, where is the money gone, and how to comply with statutory requirements. But if at a financial management, people have to look for how to maximize companies' ROI, return on investment, how to ensure liquidity. Similarly, people who are even go to banking sector, which sector in bank? So credit is a different line altogether. People specialize credit, or you want to go for treasury management, or you want to go for portfolio management. So please, all these decisions you'll be able to take. First, you broadly decide today which area of specialization your talent is there, your passion is there. And first year, MBA courses are designed in a way that you are taught all subjects because the manager wants to know, should have knowledge about HR because he is not going to work alone. He's not going to be a lone wolf. He has to get work from his team. So he should have HR skills. He should be today the new emerging paradigm is focusing more on operation and supply chain because everything becomes not production management. Production is production, but operation management is a managing the entire process and add maximum value. And then, supply chain, how they're integrating everything. The best organization today, Ford has been manufacturing organization. Ford is not a number one today. What the number one? You'll be able to tell me immediately. Amazon, Flipkart, then, internationally also Amazon. Uber has become one of the world largest company. If you look at this Zomato, they don't have a restaurant. Amazon doesn't have any manufacturing facility. Flipkart doesn't have manufacturing facility. All these people are supply chain specialists. Sensitize the customer, voice of customer, source a product as per the customer requirement, and then they just connect the supply chain. So please remember, they say today that somebody talked about marketing. Two organizations do not compete, their supply chain does. So you have to select, when you specialize, you try to select. That's why in NMIS Navi Mumbai campus, we offer a bouquet. You don't think the old mindset supply chain is operation. No, for example, I have been teaching in NMIS main campus, supply chain management, and 4 divisions, students from marketing, finance, and maximum students are opting for marketing students are maximum opting for supply chain specialization. And people used to get admission depending on the higher CGPS. There's so much competition to do this specialization in this course. So we offer you, even if you are broadly specialized in the area, after first year, you will be fully ready. The faculty mentor is there like your guru. You will guide you what is your talent, which area you can excel. You have to decide yourself, make that mind. And then second year is a specialization where you decide which subjects are you going to take. There's a major specialization, there's a minor specialization, and there's a bouquet basket. We don't tell that compulsory you have to do this for special subject only. You are the chooser. You are not you are not under any compulsion. Because depending, every student has different need, every person, every individual has a different need. So you can again customize your requirement, your knowledge from the bouquet. Pick up the flower which you want. For example, jokingly, I'm telling you want to give a flower to you during the Valentine Day to your girlfriend. What flower you will give him? Red rose. But you want to make peace with a friend. You want to make a peace. What flower you will give from the bouquet? White rose. And if you have to just a friendship, YOLO. Similarly, subject you choose, please choose which one you want. We will provide you the opportunity.
Yes, so very well put, sir. And I think the last question for today will be regarding comparing your placement opportunities with your ROI in mind. And what students or usually people have in mind is that if I've invested so much in a college, then I should get a job which is paying me so much. Is that the right parameter, sir?
Yeah, I'll advise you as an academician, if you are looking at ROI, you are looking for short-term objectives. I think even if I advise my students who are in second year, don't only look at the salary, what they are offering, look at the job profile. And I, as a fatherly figure, as an academician, if you are looking for only ROI, don't join. If you really want to earn, you want to excel, because we want as a guru, I want my students to reach to the new height. There is a lot of satisfaction in that. We don't want to create people who are only money minded and they don't do there are many street smart fellows. But please remember, NMI's Navi Mumbai campus is not the right place for them.
Thank you, sir.
See,
Anyhow,
please remember anything. You are you are not desperate. Our all courses are, there's a lot of competition. So prepare your discussion, and we want the students who really wants to learn, develop holistic management skills, and excel in their life. And we will be doing the hand holding. Even my students, I'm in the academics for such a long time, even my students which have passed 10, 15 years ago, and who are some very big position in the still today, if they change the job, they come to me, sir, this is the new job. How should I excel there? What are these things? That is the pleasure a teacher or a guru gets, all of us. And NMI's Navi culture is that, we are with the students, not today, even after they pass out.
Beautifully put, sir. Thank you. And we come to the fag end of our session today, sir. It has been a very interactive session. Thank you very much, sir, for setting aside your valuable time to share your thoughts with us and guide the MBA aspirants. I'd like to also thank our audience for joining us and participating so intently.
Yeah. Can I give a last suggestion to all the students? One advice to all of you who are participating: please
Yes, sir.
don't attend this webinar as a, you're looking all over. Don't get all these things. Please remember, I was expecting more questions. If you want to be a management postgraduates and make a career in MBA, one thing is that your introvert people better be extrovert. You have to keep on talking, asking questions, because one question asked and you get the answer, your knowledge increases, your competence increases. So have to develop a habit of asking more questions and they make use of the opportunities. Please remember, many people have misunderstood that this webinar is just for, probably, talking about Mumbai campus, selling my campus. Sorry. I feel, if I can guide, 10 students out of it, takes my talk seriously, and I help them in developing the career. This webinar objective is well served. Objective is not that, I repeat again, objective is that to guide you, mentor you. At this age, you need a lot of guidance, lot of mentoring, and so that you achieve your excellence in the field of management. And wish you all best luck in getting admission to a good management education, maximum value addition, and having a good career.
Yes, sir. Thank you, everyone, for joining. And to apply at NMIMS Navi Mumbai, please visit nmat.nmims.edu/Navi Mumbai-campus. Thank you all. Thank you, sir.
Bye. Good day
Bye,
to all
sir.
of you. Have a nice evening.
Good evening, sir. Thank you.